Consumers have a right to know what is in their food.
Local sushi restaurants claiming to serve lobster when they weren't. Team 10 broke the story online during the lunch rush.
And since then, Melissa Messija has found that San Diego prosecutors took on this undercover operation. Mel.
Yeah, and right here I show you all the restaurants that were caught basically not telling the truth. 8 different places all over the city. The lead prosecutor said this wasn't just to protect people like you and I who pay good money for the food. It's also to protect the fishermen and the local lobster fishing industry.
For sushi chefs,
oh yeah, presentations, that's probably one of the biggest parts of everything.
this is more than just a meal.
Pretty much, it's like being a big artist, yeah.
And at Harney Sushi,
Trust is a big deal, especially with food. You know, you want to know where your food's coming from.
Dustin Somerville owns Harney Sushi in Old Town. He says he's extremely particular about the kinds of fish he serves his customers.
We have a disclaimer in the front of our menu that explains what we carry, why we carry it, and where it comes from.
But not every restaurant is on the up and up.
Misbranded food, it's false advertising of food.
Catherine Turner leads the Consumer and Environmental Protection Unit at the City Attorney's Office.
And if they're looking at a menu and it says that it's a lobster product, it needs to contain lobster.
Turner said they first started hearing complaints from local fishermen about something, well, fishy at sushi restaurants. After testing supposed lobster rolls at several places, investigators found it wasn't lobster at all, but cheap substitutes.
The restaurant could have advertised a seafood roll. They could have said it was a crawfish roll, but they didn't.
Turner said the restaurants are in compliance now. We visited one of them. The manager said lobster rolls are not on the menu anymore, but they all faced misdemeanor charges and thousands of dollars in fines. Harney Sushi was not on that list. Somerville says he never will be.
I think transparency is really important, and being honest with your customers. I think it creates a loyalty.
And the city attorney's office also pointed out this is a pretty big health hazard because if a customer ended up being allergic to a substitute fish when they thought they were getting a lobster, those restaurants could have faced felonies.
That's a good point. Big project, so who paid for it?
Well, the city attorney's office actually got a grant, and also the restaurants, on top of those fines, had to pay back the investigative costs. So a very pricey mistake.
An important topic.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Melissa.